Hey, what's up, kids? Let's talk about those evil fossil fuels. Coal and oil. Evil, evil. This is an old documentary that I think I referenced it when I was talking about that clip I've got about Earth's magnetic field. And this video came out and in the mid 90s or so, maybe 1996, 97. I saw it on good old VHS, and it had some interesting stuff in it. It's been a while now, though, and some things have changed. Dr. Robert Gentry is in here, and his son's in it. Dr. Gentry passed away, I think, in 2020, but this video to me is still relevant, and I'd like to see some newer stuff. What have we learned since then? But this is pretty cool, talking about a huge coal deposit in the States, and I'll let them talk about it, the experts.
But if coal did form rapidly, we expect to find places where geologists have encountered extreme difficulties in explaining its origin by slow accumulation of vegetation. So let's take a closer look at the evidence for coal formation as it occurs in the spectacular Powder River Basin in Wyoming and Montana. The Amex Eagle Butte open pit mine near Gillette, Wyoming, exposes the vast coal reserves made visible by the strip mining methods used here.
That is some dark black dirt. How about that?
The Eagle Butte mine boasts of coal layers or seams with thicknesses ranging up to 120 feet. Eagle Butte mine is part of a much larger coal-rich area known as the Powder River Basin. This gigantic 10,000 square mile reserve situated between...
Notice he didn't say 10,000 acres, 10,000 square miles. That's pretty big.
Black Hills of South Dakota on the east and the Bighorn Mountains on the west extends northward to the Yellowstone River in Montana and southward to Casper, Wyoming. The immensity of the Powder River Basin coal deposits has attracted the attention of geologists for decades. Such interest was documented in the May 1993 issue of Earth magazine. The article, Powder River Coal, Geologic Enigma, Environmental Dilemma, included these statements. Powder River's coal seams run remarkably thick and unsullied by other material. Usually unwanted sediment such as clay washes over a deposit before coal seams can get very thick. But Powder River coal is packed in immense strips, some more than 200 feet thick. These seams stretch vast distances up and down the basin. They're hundreds of miles long. They're 50 miles wide, says James McClurg, a geologist at the University of Wyoming. They're not little pods of an acre or two. They're immense things. McClurg, who studied the basin for more than a decade, says no other place in the world has as many seams 50 feet or more thick. But the Powder River Basin is not only an economic resource. To geologists, it's also an intriguing scientific enigma. Geologists have been studying the basin for more than a century, largely to answer a baffling question. How did the seams get so massive? Or, more precisely, why weren't the seams diluted by influxes of clay and other impurities before they thickened? As McClurg puts it, how on earth did things remain constant enough so that you can get 200 feet of coal? The genesis of any kind of coal demands a precise sequence of events, however. If you don't get all of them, you don't get coal, explains McClurg. And to get seams more than 200 feet thick, low in impurities and low in sulfur, is a remarkable achievement. He adds, it would be like blindfolding yourself, spinning around and hitting the center of a dartboard 100 times in a row.
So, that's a big bunch of coal. And what's interesting to me is my buddy and a preacher with a heavy background in in biology, ran across some numbers that some creation guys had crunched some numbers and came up with, if you converted all the vegetation biomass in the world today, if you converted all of that to coal and oil deposits, you would only have 3% of our reserves. I don't know how they came up with that, but that's pretty interesting to me. So I'm going to make some more clips from this video that I think are interesting, and hope you enjoyed it and learned something. And let me know if you know of any other facts or resources, especially something newer than some stuff that came out in the 80s or 1996 or 7 or something. So take care. Have a good one.